Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate with you, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, we're going to look at past, current, and future energies. We're going to look at, we're going to get some clarifiers and close out with an oracle. Ooh. Sorry, it's been a long day. I've been cashiering all day, so feeling a little tired. All right. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Who needs to hear a message for Capricorn? Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? All right, past energy. We have Five of Pentacles. We have King of Cups. We have Temperance. Current energies. We have, love it, Queen of Swords. Love it. Magician. Okay, we'll take those two because those two kind of came out. Yeah, working on it, right? Having that confidence, building that confidence, okay? Strength card, Leo. Future energies, Knight of Cups. Two of Pentacles and the Fool. I feel like you're building up your strength to confront someone and to deal with a situation, to reach out and talk to somebody about something. I feel like it's something that needed to be addressed, but something that hasn't been addressed, but like you're working on it. I feel like this person left you out in the cold. I feel like this person was like, they didn't care. Like you felt like they didn't care. Like they abandoned you. They left you. They made you feel alone. I feel like they just walked away from something, and you're like, wait a minute, like how could you do that? Like, why did you do that? Like, how could you just leave me here? Like, how can you just leave me in this situation? And I feel like now you're like thinking about things, and you're like, you know what? Like, I'm going to persevere, and I'm going to show you that you left something good, that you left someone good, that you shouldn't have walked away, that you thought you were better, right? Bottom of the deck, Justice card. Yeah, hello, justice is happening for you, because you're going to show that person, you're going to show them, you know what, you shouldn't have walked away, you shouldn't have left, you shouldn't have done that to me, right? And you're building your strength, the Magician card, building that strength. We have the Infinity sign, which is individual empowerment and everlasting love, and that is, I feel, for yourself, right? That you're looking out for yourself, that you're working on yourself, and you're building up your strength and your confidence, and you're saying, you know what, I'm not going to let you pull me down. And you may have walked away, right, that other person, and you just left the best thing ever, right? But I almost feel like we have to look at it as, when we start building our strength, that we look back at that person and we say, you know what, thank you so much for leaving me and treating me that way, because you know what, I'm building myself stronger. That I'm not going to let myself be in a situation again where I'm going to let the other person take control. So thank you for pushing me. Thank you for walking away. Thank you for leaving me, because I'm going to be a better me. I'm going to be a stronger me. I'm going to be a more confident me. And I'm not going to let myself be around people like that anymore. Future energies, we have that Knight of Cups, and I feel like that's moving forward, right? And it's new starts, it's new outlooks for you, because you built yourself stronger, and you're even better than you were before. And like, you weren't thinking of it back there, like, and I feel like you're kind of coming out of that energy, and you're saying, you know what, like, obviously you're upset, like when you have situations where people leave you or abandon you, or they left you, or they're those where people have really hurt you, and that hurts. And then it's like, how can I turn this around to work in my favor? I'm going to take all that anger, I'm going to take all that hurt, and I'm going to use that energy to better myself, right? To push myself into a better, stronger position with a strength card, right? And justice, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to rise up. I'm going to prove to them, but really to yourself first, that they missed out on something big, and that I can persevere, and that you're not going to tear me down. Boy, I'm feeling feisty today, huh? I just feel like with this Queen of Swords, the Magician, the Three of Pentacles, and the Strength card, I just feel like this is strength and power and figuring out solutions and working on things and persevering and pushing through. I feel very strongly that energy right there is just like coming right at me. And when I saw the Justice card at the bottom of the deck, it's like, yeah, things are happening for you, right? Things are going to happen. Things are going to fall in your favor, right? Eight of Wands. Pushing. I like the way this Eight of Wands is depicted because it's like the wands are coming right at you, and the sun bright energy, right? The light at the end of the tunnel is you're able to see that, and it's coming right at you. And I like how on the wands that there's the branches are starting to grow, right? They're starting to blossom, they're starting to bloom, and they're starting to form, and they're starting to make their own way, right? Because they're each individually, they're having their leaves and they're starting to bloom. And I feel like that's you, like starting to blossom and starting to bloom and finding your path. Death card, Scorpio. So it's letting go, right? And I feel like it's letting go of this energy right here, of that, and turning it around and saying, okay, thank you for doing that, because otherwise, I could have been, stayed in a weak state. But now because that happened, I'm pulling myself up by my bootstraps and I'm in a stronger, better state. Exactly. This is exactly what I was saying, is how can you turn the situation around and see it from a different point of view, as in a positive way? If it was something that was hurtful, something that made you feel alone, something that made you feel hurt. And how can you turn that around? How can you flip the switch and say, okay, I'm going to take all that energy, that hurt, that pain, that loss, and I'm going to fuel myself to push myself even harder, even forward. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles with the big bear there, right? That strength and being strong and that perseverance, and just like nothing's going to stop me. I mean, look at the look on his face. That's like, I'm taking no prisoners, right? I'm moving forward. I got my big pentacle there, right? I'm going to persevere in the strength of the bear and to weather all of the storms, right? And that's that slow, steady progress of good, better things, and that grounding energy. And especially with the Hierophant being next to that, is that belief and that faith and that grounding energy and that strength within, right? To fuel that forward movement. King of Cups. I feel like things become easier once you're able to release, right, with the Death card. Once you're able to let go of what you felt was holding you back, and you were able to flip the script, and you were able to say, okay, I'm going to use that fuel to push myself forward. That once that happens, that it's almost like things start to flow easier for you. Relationships become better and stronger because you make those choices to surround yourself with people that truly care about you and respect you. I feel like that's a big thing. I feel like this back here, there was no respect. There's a King of Cups back here, but the King of Cups can be somebody who is very aloof, somebody who doesn't care, somebody who doesn't put work in, somebody who's lazy, who's just kind of doing his own thing and doesn't really care about other people. So I feel like that's the energy from this King of Cups back here. But this King of Cups back here, I feel like it's more fruitful, and it's more in a positive way, and it's more as an easier flowing way for you. And then we have this Two of Cups where there's the hands. I like how that's depicted with the hands holding together. And I feel like that's, that's yourself, right? Holding your own hand to persevere and get through this situation, right? Thinking of those ways to get past it, right? And making things happen. But also I feel, again, like I was saying before, is that those relationships that you have around you, that you are able to look at those and say, I'm going to keep the people that are important and that are close and that are supportive and positive around me. And I don't want to have, the other type around me. Ace of Pentacles. Aces are new beginnings, new starts, new directions, new feelings. We have the Stag here, so that is, that strength, right? We have the bear and we have the stag. And it's, those power symbols of persevering. And we've got the lion up here. And I just feel like there's a lot of strength that's being built here. Because, again, like I was saying with the Hangman, is instead of letting that energy pull you down and drag you back, how can you flip it around to say, I'm going to use that energy to push me forward, that I'm going to show myself and I'm going to show that person that I will persevere, because you don't have any faith in me, right? You walked away, or you think that I can't achieve these goals, or you think I can't do that. Well, you know what? I'm going to show you, and I'm going to blow it out of the water. Yes, it can be worrying, but I feel like Nine of Swords can be to not worry about those things that you can't control, right? You can't control what other people are going to say or other people are going to do, and you can't control those things that have happened in the past, and that you have to let that go, and you have to build your strength, and you have to free yourself, and you have to burst free of those ties and those bonds and those swords that are holding you back. And the sun just wants to burst right through and to come to just let that free and to shine and to have your own strength, right? Ready for change. Definitely, I feel there is a lot of change going on here. There's a lot of personal growth. There is a lot of inner strength that's going on here. All right, bottom of the deck. Don't let that Three of Swords get to you, right? Because I feel like that is definitely a challenge. I feel like sometimes we feel that energy, right, of the Three of Swords and looking towards the past and going back to what we're comfortable with, we're like, yeah, sometimes, like, we don't even realize it, because maybe if we've surrounded ourselves with that for so many years, that's our comfortable place. Like, that's what I realized for me, is that feeling abandoned, feeling lost, feeling lonely, feeling like a failure, feeling like a loser, feeling just like I can't accomplish anything and I won't be able to do anything, like that was my safe space, right? And I would find people that would confirm that for me, right? That would confirm, like, they'd be in my life, and they then they would leave, and it was like, and that's where I felt safe, and that's where I would keep putting myself. But it's like, you have to realize that that's your pattern and say, okay, I'm not going to put myself in that anymore. Like, I was to the point where I was afraid to feel happy, and if anything good happened, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, as soon as something good happened, I'm like, okay, so when is something bad going to happen? Because I just had something good happen, so I know something bad is right around the corner. So I'd be focusing on that, and I'm like, okay, the bad thing, the bad thing, and the bad thing. And you know what? Something would happen, and that's because I had put myself into that energy of looking for that bad thing to happen. I was so busy looking for that bad thing to happen, right? This Nine of Swords and this Eight of Swords. I was so busy focusing on that I was never able to appreciate the good thing and the happy thing that happened, because I'm immediately flipping the switch so that I'm in that energy. And now I've realized, you know what? I can have a million happy days in a row, and it doesn't matter. I'm not looking for that bad anymore. I'm not looking for that punishment for that good day. And I'm not doing that anymore. It took me a while, and it was a process for me to get through that, but I did it because I'm like, you know what? I need to change that subconscious tape that's rolling in my head that's saying all of these negative things to me, and that's my safe space. My new safe space is being happy, right? Being excited, having a smile on my face, getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning with a smile on, and excited to read my tarot cards and get to my Etsy shop and feel happy, right? That's my new happy. And it's an amazing feeling. And I want each and every one of you to feel that feeling too. And that's why I try and, tell you and, just, I don't know, give you, maybe plant that little seed in your head that sparks that interest to, look at things. That's why I said the Hangman is my favorite card, to look at things from a different perspective and say, yes, I deserve every day to be a good day and a positive day, and I deserve good things coming in my life, that I am a good person. Like I've said before, standing in front of the mirror with a glass and cheers yourself with positive words and affirmations, right? And keep telling yourself that every time you walk by the mirror, or say something positive to yourself. And you know what? As crazy as it sounds, it does change. Because I never used to believe that before either, but now I do. It's because it's changed my life. And I can't even explain it until you go through it. Like, I can't explain it unless you go through it. But I've been there, and I understand. I've been in this 8 and 9 of Swords. I've been there. I've been there for way too long, decades of my life. I'm over. I'm done. I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'm not dealing with 3 of Swords. If something hurts me or bothers me, I will process it, as quickly as possible, and then I'll move on from it. I'm not going to be absorbed and stuck in this energy. And I feel like that's what this reading is too, is to change that up, right? To not let this energy absorb you, right? Queen of Cups. New emotions, new feelings, feeling happy, feeling fulfilled. Knight of Swords, getting past situations, figuring things out with the eagle there. With the eagle, which represents success and victory. And I literally saw an eagle like cross my path like twice and followed me to the barn. I know it sounds crazy, but it's completely true. Like, and it blew my mind. I literally was crying in the car. But those signs are around you, and you can persevere, and you can move past this. This is not the energy that you have to stay in. You can change it. You have to be in that frame of mind that you are going to change it. Not leaving that up to anyone else, not making excuses. You have to be in that energy to change it. Otherwise, it's not going to change. It's not going to stick. It's not going to work. All right. And that's why I'm here for your cheerleader, to cheer you on. Like, you can do it. You can embrace this energy right here, which I absolutely love. That Queen of Swords, the Magician, individual empowerment, the 3 of Pentacles, working on it, work on it. And the Strength card, right? Confidence is key in the world. Confidence, which I never used to have confidence. I'm getting better. Not letting what other people have to say bother you or control you. Obviously, if it's somebody that's really close to you that's important, that's a different story. But I'm saying there's a lot of people in the world that try and cut you down if they see that you're confident. Or if they see that you're weak, they try and cut you down. They try and control you. All right, let's get a fortune reading card. Things will start happening for you. I love that Justice card, Libra. All right, Judgment. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. And that's perfect because, and we have the little diary there, writing those things down. And, I was doing that. I had I would write down before, I'd get up, and I'd come out to the table, and I'd have my paper, and I wrote down what I want to manifest, what I want to make happen, what's going to happen, right? What, 5 or 6 things that, what do I want to manifest, and just writing those things down and seeing them on paper just gives you even more strength. And that's what I've said before, is about having those tools in your toolbox for those things that help you to get through those moments of the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, and writing things down in a journal. I have those cute notebooks on my Etsy shop, right? So you could grab one of those. I even have a Jill's Capricorn Tarot, and you can just write those things down, right? What do you want to manifest every day? Write 5 things down every day, every morning when you get up, or the night before bed, or whenever you feel like it's. Write those down, see them, say them, and just absorb yourself in those words and in that energy. And that will bring you that inner peace and that strength and that confidence, and it will help you to do that soul searching as to what do you really want within, and to bring that to the surface and manifest that. I truly believe that, because I've seen it happen with myself. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.